welcome to my channel. My name is Steven. As you can see the background, that's what we're going to discuss real quick. Trump hit China with 145% on tariffs. China retaliated back, slapping us with 125% tariffs. And they also said that they're not going to respond no more to no other tariffs. They said at this point is a joke, Let's see what Trump is going to do now, right? When you think about it, China feel like that because for years, due to the lack of leadership here in America, we have let them become a powerhouse. Within their own country, they've been able to build companies, been able to leverage their own product and materials to not depend on outside resources, right? But even still, they rely on us. Most of the stuff that they buy, their products and stuff, is from us, from the U.S. Now, this is really gonna hurt. As you can see, this since the year started, and I truly see that the entire 2025 is going to be put like there has been a recession. Even they keep saying, oh, a recession is coming. The recession been here. It's been here. As you can see, prices has been for eggs, they have been at $10-12 in many states over here in America, and they still are. Even though many supermarkets have been trying to put the price down, but they're still over $6. The local grocery store around me, they selling their eggs at $10-11 for a dozen. So things are just gonna continue to get worse before they get better. China they're saying they're not afraid, right? They're not afraid to fight back. At the end of the day, it looks like they need us more than what we need them. Many of the reasons why we do get stuff from them is because they make cheaper stuff at a lower cost, so we're able to get it at a cheaper price and, of course, sell it at a higher price here in America. So, I don't know. Let's see, because as you can see, is on a daily basis now that we're seeing tariffs increase, right? So it kind of looks like it kind of feels like a joke, because anything over 100% is like, how much more? It's crazy. The working class families out here are gonna feel it even more. Car prices. You name it, the groceries, just the groceries alone. It's gonna get worse. As I mentioned before, it gets better. We are only in April, and things have been heating up. Let's see what China ends up doing when Trump comes back and responds with whatever he's going to respond back. Let's see how much they actually do need us, So I have this screen pulled up right here. This is grok.com. So I asked Grok, in this trade war between China and the USA, who really needs more from one another, right? So just to see, So this is what it said. It said the trade war between China and the USA is a messy tug of war, and figuring out who needs the other more depends on how you slice it. Economically, politically, or strategically, both are deeply entangled, but neither is as dependent on the other as they once were. Yeah, because China, they done grown so much. They have more people than us here in the U.S. Which means they have way more jobs out there. than out here. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, of course. Let's see. China relies on the U.S. as major export market, about 450 billion in goods annually, roughly 15 to 20% of its total exports. That's big. It definitely is big, but not everything. China's been diversifying, cozying up to Europe, ASEAN, and Belt and Road countries. Domestically, it's pushing consumption and self-reliance, especially in tech like semiconductors, to dodge U.S. chokeholds. But China's economy is wobbling. Deflation, property sector woes, and youth unemployment aren't helping. Losing chunks of the U.S. market stings and fast. So it hurts them. The U.S., meanwhile, leans on China for cheap goods. Think electronics, clothes, and rare earths. In 2024, the U.S. imported around $430 billion from China, maybe 13 to 15% of its total imports. That keeps prices low for consumers and profits high for companies. But the U.S. has options. It's been reshoring manufacturing, boosting allies like Mexico and Vietnam, and sitting on a massive consumer market everyone wants a piece of. Still, untangling supply chains is slow and pricey. Disruptions hit hard, from semiconductors to solar panels. Who's got the edge? That's the big question, right? The U.S. slightly. Its consumer market is the world's biggest, giving it leverage. China needs somewhere to sell its surplus. The U.S. also has more allies to pivot to and a stronger currency, so it can absorb shocks better. Right, okay. China's tougher spot is an export-driven model and internal fragility. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. It can't just shrug off losing U.S. demand, but don't kid yourself. Both take hits in the fight. The U.S. faces inflation and supply chain headaches. China risks job losses and slower growth. It's less about needs and more about who can adapt faster. China's playing the long game, but the U.S. holds better cards for now. For now. And I know at some point, the strongest ever, can become the weakest, at one point. And it kind of seems so with what's going on with China and America. The U.S. always being the strongest and China being the weakest. And China, it seems like they're not letting up, giving up. They're trying to stand on their two feet, right? As strong as they can before they give in, if they're going to give in. I don't know, guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about what's going on right now currently. Like I said, prices are going to continue to go up on us. For those of us who work hard, those of us who have a family, and are just trying to live, make an honest living. Taxes already puts a big burden on us. And now inflation has already been off the charts. Interest rates as well, even if it go down or up, it's still, regardless, prices will continue to, it seems like, go up, Even if these supermarkets or stores, grocery stores, are getting it at a wholesale price, they are still selling it to us at the highest they can, which is very unfair. Comment down below, follow, subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, Hustle, Struggle, Survive. Because we're all going through the hustle, struggle, survive on a daily basis. Me, you, and everyone else. Thank you for watching.